It's Sunday, June 21st, 2026. I'm OG Nerd, and this evening I want to talk about a flying palace. This week, President Trump stood inside a hangar at Joint Base Andrews and unveiled his new Air Force One, a $400 million Boeing 747 gifted personally by the royal family of Qatar, 4,000 square feet of interior space, a private presidential suite, dual kitchens that can serve 100 meals at once, premium leather lounges, high-end wood paneling. He called it the world's most luxurious plane. He's probably right. And when reporters and senators raised the obvious, glaring ethical questions about a sitting president accepting a $400 million personal gift from a foreign entity, Trump's response was simple. Only a fool, he said, would turn it down. I have some questions about that. Let's start with the Constitution, because that's not me being dramatic. That's just where this story actually starts. The founders wrote something called the Foreign Emoluments Clause directly into our founding documents. Its entire purpose is to prevent foreign governments from giving gifts, payments, or benefits to American officials, specifically to prevent exactly this scenario. A foreign government currying favor with the most powerful person in our government through extravagant gifts. Legal experts have told NPR this gift may violate that very clause and have raised real questions about what Qatar may expect from President Trump in return for a $400 million present. That is not a small technical concern. That is the precise scenario our founding document was written to prevent. Now let's talk about the timing, because the timing tells a story all its own. The jet was unveiled in the same week that this country is still absorbing the cost of a war that, by President Obama's own assessment, may have left us worse off than when it first started. Working families spent months paying inflated gas prices because the Strait of Hormuz was shut down, military budgets were strained, and thousands of lives were lost. And in that exact window, the federal government accepted, retrofitted, and unveiled a $400 million luxury jumbo jet, complete with a private presidential dressing room and dual galley kitchens. I want you to sit with that for a moment. While families were stretching their budgets at the gas pump because of a war, their government was rolling out a flying mansion gifted by a foreign monarchy. Here is what frustrates me most about how this story has been framed. This was never actually free. Taxpayers funded a separate leased 747 purchased from Lithuania just so pilots and maintenance crews could train. Taxpayers funded a full-scale interior mock-up. Retrofitting costs alone were expected to run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. So when the president says only the fool would turn down a free plane, I want to gently point out that this plane was never free. American taxpayers are quietly footing a substantial bill for a gift that was supposedly given to save us money. I want to be clear about something. This is not about loving or hating any individual world leader or individual country. Qatar is a sovereign nation that can do what it wants with its resources. This is entirely about what it means for the President of the United States to personally accept hundreds of millions of dollars in value from any foreign government, Qatar or otherwise, without a robust, transparent, independently audited process for ensuring there are no strings attached. From my perspective, I believe deeply that the government should be accountable and transparent, especially when foreign money and foreign influence are involved. The American people deserve clear answers, not dismissive one-liners about who's a fool and who isn't. We spent over 3 months and untold billions fighting a war in the Middle East. In that same stretch of time, we accepted, modified, and unveiled a $400 million personal gift from a government in that exact region. I don't think it's unreasonable to ask out loud and clearly, without being dismissed, what Qatar gets in return. Because in my experience, and I suspect in yours too, nothing this lavish actually comes for free. I'm OG Nerd. This is my take. Stay informed, stay sharp, but most of all, stay woke, and ask your representatives the question that nobody in that hangar at Joint Base Andrews seemed eager to ask. What does Qatar expect in return? Join the conversation at OG Nerd After Dark on TikTok at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you there. Peace out.